Hey guys, what is going on? Payne here once again and welcome back to my Manchester United career on FIFA 14. Did you guys catch my previous episode? I sure hope that you did because you missed out. Marco Reus completed his move to Old Trafford from Dortmund for the sum of £34 million plus Patrice Evra. Evra is now a Dortmund player. It is a shame to see him go, but he was bringing the team down. His morale wasn't very high after being replaced by Leighton Baines in the left back position there. But the 25-year-old Marco Reus is now a Manchester United player. He will fill that position that Nani left vacant after leaving for Barcelona at the start of the January transfer window for the sum of $50 million. So it's great to have Marco Reus in the team. I didn't start him for this one against Man City in the FA Cup. I want to ease him into life at Manchester United. Plus, as you will see, Man United starting 11, it was kind of a weaker side. We've got the likes of Lindegaard in goal, Jones, Garay, Evans, Butner, Cleverley, Fellaini, Valencia, Januzaj, and Danny Welbeck and Mandzukic up front. The reason I went for this team was because I want to continue our good run in the Premier League. I want to concentrate on that. Plus, we've also got the knockout stages starting soon in the Champions League. I want to concentrate on that. That's the trophy I want to be winning this season, if not next season. And I think we're going to be able to do that with the likes of Marco Reus on the team, who's going to just be there to feed the ball to Mandzukic, Rooney, whoever's up front. He's just an all-around great midfielder. And you guys, you played a big part in me getting Marco Reus. Leaving your suggestions in the comment section below. There's been so many of you saying, get Marco Reus. We want to see Reus on the Man United team. And that's exactly what has happened. Marco Reus making his move to Old Trafford. But we needed to focus on this game against City if we want to be going through to the next round of the FA Cup. Jovetic for Man City did open up the scoring. He had a great opportunity in that game in the previous video but didn't make it count. That was in the Premier League, but he made it count this time in the FA Cup. City looking more likely wanting to go through to the FA Cup more than Manchester United in this game. Danny Welbeck, great chance with his left foot, cleverly came in to finish. What was I doing? Why did I go for a chip there when I should have just smashed that one into the back of the net as Joe Hart was off his line? So now it was an uphill battle against City. We were 1-0 down. There was probably a couple of seconds remaining of the first half before the whistle was blown. Mandzukic with the ball into the box, crosses that one in, picks out Danny Welbeck, who struck the ball so sweetly on the overhead kick into the back of the net. United were now on level terms with City just before half time. And what a finish it was. Danny Welbeck punishing Joe Hart as he put that ball past him. Joe Hart, as you can see, he's like, oh, did that really just happen? Did the ball really go into the back of the net? Yes, it did. Manchester United were now on level terms. So could United now go through to the next round of the FA Cup? City were going to fight for it. They obviously had the stronger team on that pitch. They had the likes of Company. They had Silva, Navas starting this game for a big fixture in the FA Cup. Lindegaard sticking his foot out there, keeping the game level at the Etihad. And Clichy giving that ball to Toure. Cleverly, Fellaini and also Young putting him under pressure, stealing the ball away. Butner coming in. Trying my best to try and just clear the ball away out of the danger area, but it just wasn't happening. Jovetic, great chance. Fellaini sticks a foot out, and Lindegaard was able then to gobble up the ball and put it back out to play for Manchester United. But with 11 or so minutes remaining of the game, Zabaleta swings in across, finds the head of Jovetic, who then knocks that one back into the middle of the box and finds the head of David Silva, who made it 2-1 to Man City. And just take a look at Fellaini as well. What's he doing? Seriously, what is he doing behind Silva there? Not even going for the ball. But was there still enough time remaining of this game to at least make it 2-2? Go into a replay, take this game to Old Trafford. Ashley Young outside the box, smashes that. Joe Hart with a good save, knocking that one back out and keeping City in the lead. I did feel that Man City was starting to pile under the pressure from United. They did receive a free kick with just seconds remaining. They could have made it 3-1, but the ball landed softly in the hands of Lindegaard. He knocked that one back up the field. and there just wasn't enough time to try and produce anything else, maybe even go and get a second goal for United. And so there we have it, the final score, 2-1 to City, and Manchester United now find themselves out of the FA Cup. We're just going to have to put that fixture behind us now in the FA Cup and now focus on both the Premier League and the Champions League, try and continue our good run of form in the Premier League as well. We still haven't been unbeaten there. We are here after that game, the transfer deadline day, January the 31st, we received an offer for both Hernandez and De Gea. Chelsea put in an offer of 30 million for Hernandez. I did reject that one. And also we got one from Real Sociedad for 10 million for De Gea, which I also rejected. We do continue on with the transfer deadline day. 48.8 million had been spent. That jumped up to 68.3. Then once again up to 73. It was getting crazy in the middle of the season as well. You don't really expect that much to be spent really. And then it jumped up to 107 million. That's a sort of minimum amount that you would expect in the summer transfer window, not the January transfer window. So now that the transfer window has slammed shut, take a look at this news article. Manchester United takes their chances without Nani. He wanted to leave. Remember, he was homesick. It wasn't my choice to get rid of him. If it was my choice, then he would have stayed at Manchester United. We probably wouldn't even have this guy, Marco Reus, in the starting 11 right now if Nani had stayed. United then saw themselves going up against Stoke City, probably my bogey team on FIFA in the Premier League at Old Trafford. We still have that unbeaten run. We still find ourselves 7 points top away from Arsenal. It's brilliant stuff. I just had to make sure now that we could keep that momentum going in this game against Stoke. There was my starting 11. Of course, Marco Reus, as you've already seen, was starting this game. All eyes were on him as this was his debut game, and what a way to start off your Manchester United career by debuting at Old Trafford, the theatre of dreams. I did want to put Reus through his paces in this game, see what he can do for Manchester United. Obviously, I wasn't expecting too much, but you never know what can happen. Rooney, with the first opportunity to open up the scoring for United, having a shot outside the box, just going over, didn't even bother the goalkeeper. Kagawa running that one into the box, going for a nice cheeky chip there, but Casillo managing to save that one with ease. But United were really piling on the pressure here. Kagawa crosses that one out to Marco Reus, who searches for the head of Rooney, but the ball was cleared from Stoke and the danger was averted. Ness here for Stoke was pretty much bullied off the ball here from the likes of Carrick and Valencia, meaning the ball was back in Manchester United's possession, and Kagawa ran that one into the box and slotted that one into the bottom corner, putting United 1-0 up within 34 minutes played of the game. Kagawa totally deserved that goal. He was searching for a goal and finally found it for Manchester United. Couple of minutes remaining of the game. Kagawa on the ball again for United, finding Rooney, does find him, takes the ball with a great first touch and takes his time with the shot as well, but Casillo managed to get a hand to that, keeping the game at 1-0 for half time. But come the second half, this was time now for Marco Reus to really show what he had for Manchester United, maybe get his debut goal. Vidal ran the ball into the box, could see Kagawa in space, goalkeeper totally off his line, wasn't even covering the other half of the goal there, as all eyes were focused on Vidal running that ball into the box. I was hoping that Kagawa could have finished that with a little bit more finesse instead of toe-pecking that one into the goal, but a goal's a goal, and United found themselves 2-0 up against Stoke, which was great stuff because they're my bogey team. Reus here, I went for a finesse shot, seeing if I could maybe curl that into the top corner, but the ball took a massive deflection and went out for a corner for United. Obviously nothing came of that. Marco Reus, as you can see here, which way is he going to go? He finally chooses a way, giving Rooney the ball. Probably could have gone for a nice little 1-2 between both players, but I went with the shot for Rooney, and the goalkeeper Casillo managed to get a hand to that, clearing the danger. But take a look at this for nice linked up play between both Vidal and Kagawa, and look at Kagawa making space for himself, and Vidal can see it, gives him the ball, strikes it first time and makes it count. Manchester United 3-0 up, and Kagawa, the hat-trick hero of the game, 63 minutes in. And my does it feel great getting one over on my bogey team, which are Stoke City. What a great finish as well from Kagawa. there was still plenty of time remaining in this game to get maybe 4 or 5 goals. Marco Reus almost got his debut goal, running after that ball like a madman, and managed to get it as well, but Casillo managing to pull off a save. Mandzukic, who came on from the bench, almost made it 4-0 to United. He wanted to get on the score sheet. He was probably feeling a bit envious over Kagawa getting a hat-trick, and look at Royce here as well. Another finesse shot outside the box, seeing if I could beat Casillo off his line and maybe kill that one into the top corner, but it just wasn't to happen. There is more to come from Royce, I can guarantee that. He can do better, surely. Kagawa looking for his 4th, and selfish-like gives that one to Vidal. He's been linking up perfectly throughout the whole of this game with Vidal, and that would have just been the perfect way to end this one, by Vidal getting on that score sheet, but it just wasn't to be. But the final score was 3-0, great result for United. And that, PAYTON peeps, is the end of this video. If you haven't done already, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well. And you can also follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. The links can be found in the description below. I will see you all in the next one.